Hey, what's popular, everybody? Friday morning vlog.
Every day reaching toward the light. And you know that's a long way ahead of you. But when your will gets you there, things will turn out right.
Hey, what's popular, everybody? So we're back now with a review of the DC Comics Icons Batman, right? Man, these Icon figures are smashing shit. I mean, like, they're totally knocking shit out of the park, dude. I love what they're doing with these Icons figures. They're great figures. But there's no way you can compare a lot of these other 6-inch figures that are coming out, with maybe the exception of some of the Mezco stuff. But as far as other figures on the same price line, you can't compare them to what these Icons figures are doing, man. Not no Marvel Legend, not no nothing. Look at all this damn accessories come with. Let's get them out the package. All right, so here we go. This guy's freaking awesome, man. Okay, so this is, as far as classic looking Batman go, this is what you want, all right? So, first of all, the body sculpt is just amazing. It is fucking crazy. Muscle definition, the way that their articulation points, the choices for articulation points are really smart. The only thing that I guess I could really complain about on this guy is, for some reason, for whatever reason, the neck area is pretty thick in the way the head area is cut. So you have a ball socket, right? That's here, then a ball socket there. So you have this peg that's going up and down inside of his neck area, which should allow you to get a great range of articulation great range of rotation here and at the base of the neck, and as well as in the head, right? But because of the way the neck is designed, you really don't get that. It's really just a tight fit. You got to loosen it up, and once you loosen it up, you can get a lot down, but looking upward is a problem. Now, let me show you this. You pull the head out, because it's on, like I said, it's on a ball peg, right? So you see these guys, they're studded. It's not just a regular ball peg. They're studded, and that allows it to be. And then you look inside, you can see like where those studs come in contact, or those teeth come in contact with little teeth inside of here, right? And that just makes it all the more stable for the and securing the head. And you just push it back on. It's a little tough, but you can just press it back on, right? And I think a part of that is because this rubber cape bit here actually fits over the top of the actual neck. It's like an extra piece, which is even even better, because it just makes for so much more care put into the figure. Look at the back and see all of the wrinkles there in the cape coming from the cowl, man. It's really awesome. And the cape is a very flexible, soft rubber, right? So it doesn't stop any of his movements. Now I will say, after handling the it's the Mafex or Mafex, whatever you want to call it, Batman from BVS. I kind of dig having a real cloth cape with the wire, but it's okay. For a classic Batman look, it's just fine, right? Now, going into the shoulders, right? Let me also point out that the sockets, they all have what I would call a kind of a soft ratchet, right? And you can hear it in that shoulder, right? And of course, you still get a great range of motion in that shoulder. You have the swivel here at the top of the bicep. Then you have, again, that double jointed articulation point here in the elbow, with a little bit of friction there, a little bit of ratcheting friction there. That's cool. And then the hilt of the glove, if I guess you would call it the hilt of the glove, I don't know. It's a harder plastic and shiny, and you got like the little bat hook things there, or the bat like talons, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. They're there, right? And they're not soft, so I stuck my finger on them a couple times, right? Then you have the replaceable hand here on a hinge and a stem there. And I had a problem, of course, with taking out Harley Quinns, if you remember from my one of my other videos. But with this one, no problem. Comes right out, right? We'll get back to that later. More on that later. Coming down here, chest sculpt is sweet. Look at those pectorals. I like the way they cut here, the rib cage, the way they cut it like that, right? And then you have nice bit of rotation there. And then, of course, you have the ab crunch there, so you get way more crunch out of him for, like, more dynamic poses, right? And that's just cool. Now, he does have the belt here, which kind of hangs low because of the utility belt, so it messes with a little bit of the posing and a little bit of the range of motion, but he can get the side kicks in, so that's pretty cool. I dig how he has on the boxer briefs instead of the straight briefs. I kind of dig my Batman in boxer briefs. That's weird. With a little more crinkles here. Man, I'm telling you, the sculpt work is just awesome. Look at that belt, right? It's roughed over. A nice yellow on there, a nice mustard yellow on there. I'm using that mustard a lot, right? Then you can actually see, the sculpted in bat loop, buckle loop with a little stud there, the little holes there, and then the line work. I mean, that's fucking sick, dude. Look at those pouches. I mean, you would expect to be able to just put something in those pouches because it looks so real. Look at that back sculpt. I mean, it's fucking crazy, dog. Double articulation points there. You got a swivel here at the top of the bat boot. Then, of course, you have a hinge down here with a swivel inside the boot. No toe articulation, but it's okay. I can survive that, right? So this Batman is pretty good. This is one of the best Batmans I've seen since, like, classic Batman figures, right? So he's pretty dope. He's pretty cool. You got a great sculpt, a real dope look as far as it being modern or modern take on a classic costume. Let's talk about accessories because he has a good bit. So he has these additional 2 hands. He actually has 2 sets of hands, and that is counting the ones that he comes with on, like, his hands. And then he also has another hand that's affixed to a weapon, and we'll get to that here in a second. All right, so these fingers are, as you can see, there's space in between those figures, right? And this takes us into his accessories. He also comes with 2 batarangs. And those batarangs, I think you can fit into those finger spaces or whatever the case is. Like they've got the open palm, right, for grabbing some shit. But at the same time, this is what you really want to do, right? You want to fit the batarangs in. Like this one's thicker, so let's say you want to hold this one like that, and that old Batman using his batarangs as a knife maneuver. But I think you also want to be able to put a batarang in between his fingers. Like he's throwing them like a ninja stars or some shit. I don't know that that's going to work. I haven't tried it yet, but let's see. Hey, check that out. You actually can muscle it in. Because the batarang is so big, I don't know how good that looks, though. I think that looks better. I think his batarangs are better served being placed in his hands like knives, like that. I think that looks way better. And that's your choice. It's going to come down to however you want to do it, right? But I just think it's really cool. It looks really good. He holds them great. They're not slipping and not dropping, right? And if you have the Mafex Batman, then you can take that slim batarang that came with that one and put it in between his fingers like Chinese throwing stars, right? Check this shit out. Like this pose, like he's in a dope pose. I'm not even really posing. He's so freaking dope. I like this figure, dude. He fell. Now, this has got to be the coolest shit. He actually comes with the working back grapple, right? Which actually has string on it and shit, right? Now, the only issue I have is that it really should have been turned like this, I feel. But it's okay, right? So he would hold it like this. The grapple thing would be here. Let me see if I can zoom out and get you a better picture of that. So let's just say your grapple thing here is grappled onto something. For now, it'll be my hand. And then you have the other side. And you kind of just hold it. And look at that. He gets a swing down it. Or whatever the case is, like say if this is hooked or something, maybe you can pull him. I don't know, something. But it's cool because he's got it. It works. God dang it, I like it. So that's cool. It's a good idea. It was a thought that counts, right? They intended for it to be something. I don't know if it was in there backwards. I don't know what the crap, but that's kind of cool, even still, right? Here he is next to Icon's Harley, who is still one of my favorite figures. Like I love this figure, dude. So. Yeah, that's really cool. Now, I haven't gone in on any of the other ones. I'm still debating. There are ones that I want. Like, I definitely want the Batgirl with the bite. There are a couple that I want. Probably get the Wonder Woman too. There are a few, but this Batman just stands out as one of the best figures I've had to mess with. Period. I think the only thing that could make him better would be if they fixed that grappling hook, right? 1. 2, if they gave him a real cloak cape, which you could obviously figure that out on your own, but that would make it even better. And 3, I don't know, maybe more hands, maybe a Bruce Wayne head. I don't know. I mean, from here, sky's the limit. It's just making it better. It's just making it good. You know what I'm saying? Because the figure's already so fucking awesome, dude. Here, let's just have a little fun. Let's just have a little fun. Let's see how he lines up with, say, Batgirl. Now here's a deal with the Icons figures. They are a lot smaller than the Classics bat line. I mean, not like hugely, not like a great difference between them, but just small enough that you would notice a difference. Like, let's just move Harley back here so we can stand him next to a villain. So I think, like, for your Icons, you really got to get Icons with Icons. I don't think you're going to put Icons with Classics. Like, look how big the Riddler is to the Batman, right? So that's just not going to work. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to put my fucking Icons next to those old Classics figures. I like to have Classics figures, but dog, they're not fucking with these Icons. You know what I'm saying? They're not fucking with these Icons. One final thing before I get out of here. I'm not really a fan of the face sculpt. I'll say that. There's something... It's not a bad face sculpt. It looks good. It's got, like, see, you can see the little blue classic Batman cow eyes on there. And that's fine. I don't know, man. There's just something about that. It's like it's missing. There's no emotion to it at all. It's just a dead stare. I don't know. Something about that I can't get with that face sculpt. But other than that, I'm just fine. Other than that, I have no problem with it now. And even that's not the biggest, worst deal in the world for me, right? Something else I'll point out for you before I get out of here. So this is the Deadman figure from this little pamphlet it comes with. Show you all the different ones that got come in the accessories, right? So Deadman comes with this little extra accessory, which is like basically his torso. I guess it's like a see-through clear type thing, and you can fit it over this Batman shoulder area, and it's like Batman possessed with Deadman. So that's pretty cool. I mean, just to go that extra bit and do something like that is really cool, man. I like what they're doing with this line. I don't feel like the line will get the credit it deserves. DC Collectibles has come a long way with their figures, but I really don't feel like their figures get the praise they deserve, man. Like, if for some reason they're still in the shadow of Marvel Legends when it comes to superhero toys, and I really don't understand why, because I've got a good bit of Marvel Legends, and I'm going to just say this straight up, straight outright. Even some of my most favorite Marvel Legends, and this is one of my most favorite figures, right? Obviously, he's a lot bigger than this guy, right? They don't compare to the quality that you get with this. Like, he's not a bad figure. Again, this is one of my favorite figures. He's a good figure. He looks great. But the quality here is far greater. There are some things that could be worked out. Like, this guy has like the butterfly joints here, right? And not all Legends have the butterfly joints. So, I mean, you can't really say that's not looking at that bullshit. You can't really say that's like, you know what I'm saying, specific to all Marvel Legends figures. But I just feel like the care that went into this figure is far greater than the care that went into this figure. I'm just saying. So, hey, until next time, this has been Braves Toy Review. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, and sharing. And definitely thank you guys for subscribing. If you are not subscribed to Braves Toy Review, Braves Views and Reviews, Braves Vlogs, this is all the same shit, right? Go on down there and hit that subscribe button, hit that likes, and share this shit. Till next time, out of here. Batman, take us out of here.